Hi guys, welcome to Learning Electronics Repair. And I have Detlef with me again today.
Hey guys.
Hi guys. So we're going to talk today about PCBs and specifically how to order pre-built or populated PCBs from PCBWay.com. I've ordered many bare PCBs, so it's the first time I've done this. And we thought a lot of you guys would be interested to hear how to do this. But the first question is, Detlef, why would we want to order pre-built PCBs?
Easy answer. Lazy dead. That's an easy answer.
Yeah.
So, no, for real, this is me being lazy, because probably I could do this myself, but since we have some really tiny components on this thing, and well, my eyesight isn't just as great anymore, and I'm not in the train. Rich probably can do this way easier, but he's doing this all the time. Me is just doing once a month or something that I get my soldering iron warmed up.
Okay.
And nowadays, mostly to fix instrument cables.
Okay. So basically, this is advantageous if you want to work with very small components, things like QFNs or even BGA.
Yeah, BGA would work too. Yeah, you can simply smack anything on there. Say, do this for you. Yeah. Yep. And the other thing would be if you have a bigger production run. So say you don't want to order 5 or 10 sets, but you want to order say 100 or something. Yeah. How much time do you want to spend on that? And imagine you soldering very tiny components. It takes lots of time. So if you're building a prototype, this is probably fine to do this by hand. But if you have a large production run, no way.
Time is money. Time is money. Yeah. Time is money. And obviously you can get the quotation. You can get the quotation for the bare PCBs, and then you can decide which suits you best.
Yep.
PCBWay also have various options when it comes to populated PCBs. And we'll show you how to do this later, but basically speaking, you can have boards that are partially populated. You can have them populated on just one side if it's a double-sided board, or you have options to supply your own components to PCBWay or let them do all the ordering and do everything. But when we come to show you how to do this, we'll explain those options. You can see how to make those choices. So now that Det explained very well why you would want to do this, let's have a look at the project we want to build, and we're going to show you how to request this as a built project from PCBWay.com.
So I got a little project prepared here for, this is something experimental. This is not finalized, this is a version 0, so prepare to have errors in there, but it's already is something that has really tiny LEDs. You see these things here? These are LEDs.
Yeah, how big are they when you say really tiny?
Really tiny, 1 mm by 1 mm. So this is 1 mm by 1 mm. This whole thing will be very tiny. To give you an idea how tiny it will be, this is a ESP8266 module here, so this fits on the back of one of the modules. I need some space for the antenna here, but all the supporting electronics, because I'm running the thing on 5 volt, and here's a voltage regulator for the 3.3 for the CPU. All the thing fits nearly on the backside of this thing, so it's really tiny. So this is a project I'm currently playing around with.
And what does this do?
If everything goes right, this will be a clock.
A clock?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't see any Roman numerals or Arabic numerals or anything.
Not yet.
How does this work?
Yeah, I'll surprise you.
Okay. So guys, this is a clock.
I hope it will be.
So obviously I know a little bit about PCB design and ordering now, and I know about Gerber files. So a Gerber file is the file that describes the PCB, all the tracks, all the pads, all the footprints for the components. So I've learnt what that is, but surely we need to supply some more information if we want to have these pre-built.
Yes, you need to.
Yeah. So what do we need?
Yeah. So you normally export your Gerbers. Your Gerbers include all the PCB, how the PCB will look. So the outline will be, the traces will be. If it's multi-layer, you have all the multi-layers.
So this is what's generated from the schematic that you effectively use the CAD program. And there's a few different ones you can use. Yeah. And then you can manually route or automatically.
This is hand routed.
This is hand routed. Okay. So you create this design, and then the software generates the Gerber file. Okay. That much I did know. So what comes next?
You want to supply what's on the board. So because the manufacturer doesn't know, the Gerber only tells the footprint here. I show you on the look for the PCB itself.
Okay.
So this is what the PCB manufacturer sees. They only see pads. You see this? These are pads. They don't see anything like this is what goes onto the pad here.
Yeah.
So when you only see this, you can't tell where anything goes.
Yeah.
And this was where the bomb comes into place.
Bomb? What, like an explosive
Not
device?
bomb.
No, bomb.
Airplane, right?
Yeah. So bomb without
references.
the second B.
Yeah,
B-O-M.
Yeah. And it means bill of materials.
Bill of materials, okay.
In fact, this is just a list. It tells, okay, this component is this somewhere. So the bomb consists of what's on the PCB. It tells you, okay, unit U22 is one of the LEDs. There's some voltage regulator on here. So this is one of the LDOs here. So now the manufacturer knows what goes where.
So this is like back in the day, if your electronics magazine, you would have a list of components, R1, R3, R6, R7, R9 is a 1K, R4 is a 10K, this sort of thing.
Yeah, and I think list of components would be the way better.
Yeah.
Abbreviation. How do you say this?
Abbreviation.
Abbreviation. I'm learning big words.
We'd have a lock rather than a bomb. So okay, guys. So a bomb is just a list of components.
Yeah, there's nothing magically here. And actually, the software that we're using here actually has a thing for that. So if I click on one of the components, and you see over here, add into bomb.
Yes.
And it tells me yes. If I want to populate this by hand because I have millions of them lying around or something, can go for no, and it won't be included in the bomb.
Oh, okay. So we just get a list of whichever ones you want to put into the list.
Yeah, this builds up while you're designing stuff.
Oh, okay. So that's not so difficult.
Yeah. No, it isn't.
So given the bomb, does that mean PCBWay can now just build this? Do they know where the components go because they know the reference U1, U2?
Not quite, because you need a pick and place file or a centroid file.
Centroid?
Don't ask me what this means. I only quoting here.
Some sort of alien of Star Trek.
Yeah, that sounds like Star Trek indeed.
Yes.
So this is a file that tells this goes onto these coordinates on the board, and this is what the file tells you. So over here you have the, if you see use this software here, there's a Gerber, there's a bomb, and it tells you on the thing, and this is the pick and place.
Oh, okay. So again, the software generates this for you automatically.
Yep.
And you can use KiCad or whatever you want to use to design your PCBs.
Actually, I heard that KiCad, there's a plugin from PCBWay that you can install in KiCad, and you can export them directly into the
that's
PCBWay.
handy. That's handy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Since I'm not using KiCad, as you probably noticed, this is not for me, but, well, it's there out for all you KiCad guys.
Oh, excellent. So basically you're doing this the harder way because you're just familiar with using software from the year dot. Okay guys, so we're on PCBWay.com. We're going to order some PCBs here. So the first one is the redesign of Uncle Sweepy. Electrically, this is exactly the same as the previous version. The only difference is some suggestions you guys made.
You over there?
Yep, you lot in the comments. So the challenge was how to lay out the PCB so we can fit this into an enclosure with the PCB horizontal or vertical, with the display horizontal or vertical, so something that sits flat on the desk or something with a front panel. And the best suggestions were to accommodate various different options. That's what we've done. We've also put some of you guys' names on there. Yeah, you're going to be famous. So let's order these first. We just go to quote now from the home page. Okay, quick order PCB, add the Gerber file, and this is the sweep generator version 2 or 1 point something.
1 point something, yeah.
1 point something.
This is more a cosmetic change here.
Okay, and you can see the file is loading into the website. There you go. So there is Uncle Sweepy. Now this always shows as green, but you don't have to have the green PCBs. And there's something else Det would like to change, yeah?
Of course. I'm a big fan of not so thick PCBs, so I like my PCBs in 1 mil, so not 1.6. We don't have mechanical stress here, so it doesn't matter, and I think simply like the thinner PCBs better.
Yeah, I would tend to agree with that. Actually, let's have a look when they arrive, and we can compare them with the previous version, the thickness, and you guys can have a look and decide. I like to have a red PCB with white silk screening because that's the channel.
That's a trademark. Yeah.
That's a trademark, yeah. Now, it's saying at the moment shipping to the USA, although I'm actually logged in, so I'm just going to change this to Spain. So you can see that the 5 to 6 days now, shipping cost is giving me DHL, but I'm not really in a rush with this, so I can actually change that. And I can go for something cheap like global direct shipping. Okay.
This is probably the same as AliExpress does. So.
I would say, yeah, 6 to 10 business days, that's fine.
That's fine.
So we now have our PCBs for $9.39. That's for 5 PCBs.
And you know what? For $10, I wouldn't go for the etching process myself.
No, absolutely.
Yeah.
It's giving me a delivery of the day after Christmas Day.
Oh, okay. Yeah. And what you can do is to save some money here. Put some more PCBs in your order.
And as an even better deal, and it was a subscriber who pointed this out to me, that we have 5 PCs, but if we go for 10 PCs, it's still the same price.
What?
Yeah.
I never knew this.
I never knew this. Thank you to the subscriber for pointing that one out. Yeah.
Okay, normally we don't need 10 PCBs, but you know what?
Same price. Yeah, exactly. Okay, so we'll save that to the cart. Agreed that we're not going to use it to make anything nasty.
No,
okay.
we don't building bombs here.
No, then the cart. And now we can add some more to the order. So PCB instant quote. This one we're going to add is, what do we have that for them?
Ooh, the
The
1.5.
op-amp tester 1.5.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, this is a mess up. So you guys saw the original version. You didn't see the one that we kind of redid because somebody messed it up somewhat. Exactly.
Don't know who you're talking about.
Yeah, no, exactly. So the less said about that, the better. Here is another remake that isn't messed up somewhat, okay?
You know what the worst part was? He built a complete PCB and then we realized that it was...
Yes, exactly. I built a real complete PCB. This one, I decided to have in black with white. You'll see that this one is more expensive because these are much larger PCBs, okay? And the shipping cost is a bit more also. So again, I think we can have 10. Let's have a look to see if
the price changes, yeah.
Price changes, 10.
Okay, it's $10 more. Yeah.
Okay, well in this case we'll have 5 then.
Yeah, we'll find it.
We're fine with 5.
Yeah.
I believe it's the small ones.
This is below 100 millimeters
or something like that, yeah. And
so
then you can have 10. Okay, so we can add that to the cart as well.
Want to do thinner PCBs or want to keep one?
I think because this is a board which we're pressing SMD device against, the thicker one is probably the better for that one.
Yeah.
And we have another PCB, but this one is a pre-built one because Detlef didn't want to solder the tiny LEDs, which are addressable LEDs, which are 1 millimeter square.
Yeah, I love these tiny things. So I'm not going for the 1 mil, and this would be double-sided. So we're going to see how this works.
So we have a zip here. Does this zip only contain the Gerber, or is this everything that we need?
No, this is only Gerbers.
This is only Gerber. Okay, so this is our Gerber for this tiny little PCB. Okay, so we've now uploaded the Gerber into the viewer. Yeah,
this is a good start.
And we can actually, I believe, zoom in and zoom out on this. So you can see these tiny little 1 millimeter LEDs.
Keep in mind, every one of these things is only 1 millimeter by 1 millimeter wide. So this is really, really tiny.
So we're going to get PCBWay to actually manufacture these.
Yeah.
This is interesting, Det. You explain this to me now. Tell the good folks out there what
this is for. Can you show the other side when you go for layers bottom?
I can.
Yeah,
we have an ESP on here.
Yeah, so there's a microcontroller on this. Who thought of that? Yeah, and what I did there, I designed the little thing in a way that I have the microcontroller on one side and the LEDs on the other side. And I needed something to program the microcontroller. There's a hand and neck problem there because somehow we need to get the initial program in there. Of course, you can do over-the-air updates after you programmed this first, but until then, hand and neck. So I included a little programming header. This is the thing you see on the right there, 3.3, RX, TX, RST, GPIO0 and ground. And the big cutouts in the middle there are simply to snap off the PCB. So when you program the whole thing, you can simply snap off the programming side, and you only need the 2 big buttons in the top left corner where you simply connect 5 volt and ground.
Okay. Your hen and egg in English we call chicken and egg. Which came first, the chicken or the egg? I can answer this, by the way. The egg came first. A, because the egg existed billions or millions of years before the hen did. Dinosaurs had eggs, for example. Yeah. Fish had eggs. And secondly, if we're just talking about chickens, the egg came first because the first chicken was a mutant from something very similar. So there you go. It wasn't difficult to solve that one. Now about the meaning of life, the universe, and everything next. Okay, so back to something maybe we can handle a bit easier than that. There are our PCBs. Now, how do we do this? First of all, what thickness do we want?
1 mil. Yeah.
1 mil.
This will be tiny, so a 1.6 mil board will look horrible for that.
Okay.
Color, I don't care. I would probably choose black, because LEDs and you have the highest contrast there.
It's the same color anyway?
Yeah, again, this will be a experimental board. This isn't the finished idea, so let's figure it out while we're doing this.
Okay.
If you scroll down a bit more. Assembly surface.
Assembly surface.
Yes, there you go.
So we click on this?
Yes. And we need a turnkey, indeed.
Okay, what does turnkey mean? Very... As opposed to kitted.
Does anything for you. They supply the parts, they do the actual assembly thing, and turnkey, like when you get your car fixed or something like that.
Okay, so
in
I'm not sure what that is an English phrase, but as to how it meant. So basically, combo, you supply some parts, we do the rest. Kitted, we supply the parts, and they assemble it, and turnkey, they just do everything.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have them doing everything.
You need to tell them assembly sides, both sides.
Both sides.
This is, by the way, tricky to do for these things, because you need to, for the LEDs, you would need a hot plate, and then you have to solder on the other side. Oh, this is going to be tricky. Yeah.
Okay, quantity.
5.
5. Okay. Contains sensitive component parts.
No.
Accept alternatives or substitutes. Sure.
Sure, go for it.
Standard assembly. Okay.
Because we don't care about this.
So, other parameters, that's about the price and customized services, advanced options. Where do we upload the...
You don't do it yet.
We don't do it yet?
You don't do it yet. You save it to your card.
Save to cart. Agree?
Yeah. We don't do anything horrible here.
Micro clock here.
Yeah. And there you can say add file.
So, add file.
You only can say add file when it has the option there.
Okay, add file. So, what do we want?
Parts list is the BOM.
Parts list is the BOM, and this is this BOM. Okay, open.
Yeah, and the centroid file is otherwise they call the pick and place file. So
okay, so this one.
Yeah.
And that is the pick and place.
Indeed.
Okay, open. Successful.
When you scroll down a tick.
And then that's it.
We don't need this.
Submit order now. Okay, so that is there. So do we actually see the price for this now, or do we wait until they've actually calculated?
You the price, yeah.
So they come back later because they have to now source the components and find out.
They need to tell you how much this costs, because they can't tell you what the price will be.
So I hope you can see from there, this is actually very easy to do for your own projects. You can see how the system works. Now, if you thought the website looked a little bit confusing at first because there's so many options, no, it's not. Okay, so you notice, guys, when we placed the order, we got quotes on the bare PCBs we ordered, but we didn't get any quotation on the assembled PCB. And that's because PCBWay now needs to use the BOM, the list of components. We told them to source these for us, so they have to find out the prices. And you may notice we're wearing different t-shirts because it's now a couple days later. We've had the weekend in between. And over the weekend, we got an email from PCBWay asking us to confirm this order, and they then give us a quotation. So let us just show you how much these actually cost.
So we sent them over as a BOM that we generated from our software, and this is what we got back from them. So they checked the BOM and they realized we got vendor parts over here. So LCSC is a Chinese warehouse-sized Mauser or DigiKeys.
Okay.
And they got part numbers over here, so if you want to check this, you can check, do they do the right thing?
Go back over to LCSC and just see if it's about, okay, yeah.
But since they have the same names in here, I'm fine with that. This is a controller, this is a little voltage regulator, these are the LEDs. And now you can see the actual prices here. So unit prices for 5 sets would be 0.67 cent.
That's per LED per...
Yeah, this is per LED. So I don't know how many LEDs on there. Don't know, 20 or something.
Yeah, and then multiply by the 5.
Yeah, so I'll get $9 for the LEDs. And for all the caps somewhere here, this is absolutely cheap.
Yeah, 50 cents, 50 cents.
Yeah. Actually, this is expensive, I'd say, because if you get larger numbers there, that would be way cheaper.
But this includes the assembly as well as the components.
I think they do, yeah, because they don't say assembly costs here.
No.
So this is just the cost of all the materials here. And we come down to, for the 5 PCBs we ordered, we come down to €25 for components.
Yeah, for the 5.
And you know what? I can't beat this.
No,
AliExpress can't beat this, and you don't have the hassle of ordering the stuff, maybe getting the wrong stuff, maybe getting stuff lost in the post. They take care of all the things, and since they're sitting in China anyways, LCSC is just around the corner for them, so they'll probably go there by bike and just say, okay, give me this, and they get a big bag on the backpack and then they go home.
So yeah, simple as that. So we can see PCBWay have already done quite a bit of work here, and we haven't paid for this yet, so obviously now we confirm that this is okay. They generate the final bill, and that's it.
That's it,
yeah. Okay guys, so you can see that ordering pre-built PCBs or assembled PCBs from PCBWay is quite a simple process.
No witchcraft included.
Exactly, no voodoo included, yeah. So if you ever were interested in doing this, but like me, you find these websites at first sight confusing or overwhelming, there you go guys, that's the simple process explained in layman's terms. So now you can order your PCBs assembled, partly assembled, or just bare PCBs.
Oh, in our case, double-sided.
Oh, in our case, double-sided.
Yeah, this is really hard to do if you want to do this by hand, because you remember we have the thin PCBs, 1 mil, and doing this double-sided is quite hard because you can do one side on a hot plate, but the other side you need to do by hand.
Yeah.
And since they're doing this for us,
perfect.
I'm grateful.
Yep. Okay, so once again, thanks very much to PCBWay for sponsoring this video. We hope you guys found that really interesting. I certainly found this interesting because I didn't know this either. For Det, this is his day-to-day work, I guess.
It was. No, it's more a month-to-month work.
Okay, so thanks for watching, guys, and we look forward to seeing you all again soon on Learning Electronics Repair. Ciao for now.